How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got something a little special for you. The G8's still here. G8's not going anywhere. It's my first car. I'll keep it forever, so you don't have to worry about that. The G8 will always be on the channel when I have parts and money and stuff to put into it. But I got something new. It was kind of an impulse buy. Well, sort of. I've wanted one of these for a very long time. And just happened across the exact model I was looking for online one day and went and picked it up same day. So why don't I go ahead and show you guys what it is. Now, at first glance, a lot of you probably don't know what this car is. It is an older car. It is a 1987 Pontiac Fiero. It is a fastback GT style with a 6-cylinder and 5-speed transmission. Now, these cars are kind of special to me. I've built a couple of them, put a couple engines in them, and well, this exact model, I was in a rollover accident on June 6th of 2017. So it was a couple years ago now. I've been looking for one of these cars ever since then. I'll go ahead and post a picture of the one that was crashed. I was not the driver of this vehicle. It was nobody's fault. It was mechanical failure. The lower control arm bolt broke, turned the tire sideways, and caused the car to go off the side of the road and flip over. Now, as unfortunate as that is, I found something to replace it. This passenger door doesn't work. Well, it does work. It's just not unlocked. You have to use the key to unlock it so that it actually opens. Even if you unlock it from inside, it still doesn't want to open up. Now, if you notice from the interior, well, there is none. This is because when I bought the car, I found out there was a mouse living inside of it. As you can see from all the mouse poop in there. I actually tore this car completely apart. I have all the interior. I'm going to be cleaning it up and replacing it. I would show you in the engine bay, but it's a mess. Again, there was a mouse living in this car, and it's just not worth seeing. But it has a 2.8 liter V6 in it at the moment, with the Getrag 5-speed transmission, manual transmission, and it is mid-engine. The engine is back here, not in the front. This car actually started in 1984, same year as the MR2, so they were kind of competition for each other. But the car isn't the only surprise on this. I got something else in the garage that, well, I'll explain it a little more when I show it to you. Now, this car runs and drives at the moment. Has quite a few issues that I need to address, but I've got everything I need to go ahead and fix it up. Like I said, I have the interior. It's all stacked up on these shelves, nice and organized. Well, I finished taking the rest of the car apart and cleaning it and getting all the mouse poop and pee out of there. Unfortunately, I am going to have to replace the seats with some new ones because the old ones were a bit messed up. Now, sitting behind me right here is something else that I happened to purchase just a couple days after I purchased the car. It's something that'll be going in the car that I always wanted to put in a Fiero. It's, well, a little more than the Fiero needs, but it's going to be awesome. And I'm going to bring you guys with me the entire way from building it, to putting it into the car, to doing the interior and the paint and all of the extra work that that car needs to be spectacular. And then we'll eventually, who knows if it's going to be a couple months or a year from now, eventually we're going to take our first drive in this car with the new motor. And here it is, the new motor. Oh wait, that's only half of it. There's the other half. Now this is an aluminum 5.3 liter LS motor out of a 2006 Chevy Trailblazer. The actual model is an LH6, I believe, for the exact engine spec. This was a junkyard motor. I will go ahead and post some pics of when I picked the motor up, what condition it was in, what it looked like. I have cleaned it up and taken everything out of it. This is just the bare block. There's not even cam bearings or anything in it at the moment. So I'm going to be taking you guys with me through replacing every single piece on this motor. I did tear it down already because there's so many teardown videos on YouTube of these LS motors and build videos and everything that I didn't care to do that. It's been way overdone. So I just wanted to have a little fun and bring you guys along with me for the ride. But that's only half of it. So for those Fiero enthusiasts that may or may not watch this, there's something else that's going to be paired with this motor in this car. And that would be a F40 6-speed transmission out of a 2006 Pontiac G6. Now I know it looks rough, I know some of the bracketry looks rusted, the speed sensor and everything is broken out, and I'm going to have to replace quite a bit on this transmission. I'll be putting a limited slip differential, new synchros, new bearings, and everything in here. But that's the fun of it. I get to tear it down to bare bones and rebuild it to make it exactly what I want. There's the number on it, and it is the F40 transmission, 6-speed manual transmission. Here are the heads. They are the 799 head with cathedral ports. I will be putting a Brian Tooley Racing Stage 2 cam in this block. There was no real damage to the block when I picked it up. It's quite clean. The old cam is pretty worn out. If you can see, the cam lobes are pretty wore down on there. Nothing too crazy. Nothing I can't fix. This is basically what the entire inside of the motor looked like. Very grimy and black. I have a feeling they used conventional oil in this motor during the life of the motor. So that's why I've spent a long time cleaning it up, getting it ready to be, well, pretty much a 0-mile motor with everything I'm putting in it. So I got a big pile of old parts and brand new parts and everything that's going to be going in this motor. I did get a DOD delete block off plate so that I won't be running the active fuel management, because that is what went out on my G8 and made me have to rebuild that motor and put a cam and everything in there. I have all the parts I need for the from the G6 to put that in. You know what? I am going to show you the engine bay on this car, just because why not? A wall of keys for all the many vehicles that are hidden around my property. And there it is in all its, glory, if you can call it that. It has a pretty major exhaust leak on it right now. The car does run and drive. I drove it 60 miles home when I bought it. I only had to stop once because the passenger side rear brake caliper locked up. I remedied that and was able to get the car home, fortunately. I haven't really driven the car around, but I have driven plenty of these cars around, so anybody on there saying that I should enjoy it in its stock form before I go ahead and put a motor in it and all that junk, trust me, I have. I've driven these cars for the last 5 years. I am in total love with them, but it's time for me to have gotten my own and just make it way overkill for what this car is. Now, like I said before, this is a project car. I have a lot of work to do to it. So I'll be posting videos as I put things together. I'll be trying to segment them. So I'll make a video of when I put the camshaft and the crankshaft in. I'll do a video of when I assemble the heads, put those on the car, when I'm testing piston to valve clearance, when I'm testing push rod length, and all the little details you have to do when you're building a motor. And then once the motor's done, I will do the same for the transmission. I know what limited slip differential I want to put in there. I don't have the part number off the top of my head, but I have already ordered it. It's on the way. I also need to find synchros and bearings for it. Then I'm going to be tearing it down and taking you guys with me when I replace all that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, you might enjoy watching it. I won't have too much fun doing it because transmissions are messy. But this car is going to take quite a while to build. I did order a V8 swap kit from V8 Archie, which any Fiero enthusiasts know that V8 Archie makes all the swap kits for the SBCs and the 3800s and the LS motors. So that should be here sometime in the next couple months. I really don't know exactly when it'll be here, but I'm really excited for this. This is something I've wanted to do for a very long time. I hope there are a few of you out there who want to go along with me. But yeah, I'll pretty much show you everything from pressing in a bearing to gluing on a new headliner. So thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and if you feel so inclined, please go ahead and subscribe. And I will catch you in the next one.